morning there, cyber friends. This is Mitty Man coming back at you from Walker's Music. Yet another word for today. Yeah, we give God grace. We give him the praise, give him the thanks and the honor. He deserves it all, people. It's just good to be in the land of the living. God has allowed us one more chance to get it right where we was wrong. And I call that good news. I want to give a big shout out to the YouTube fam from Baby Justice all the way up to Big Papa JT. We are trying to embark on a new beginning. Matter of fact, I have a song that I wrote called A New Beginning. And matter of fact, I need to try to produce that song. And I thought about it and it came up to me. But at any rate, people, we just want to say we just counted all the blessings. It said this is another day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice. In other words, the decision that we must make. No one can make that decision for us. I have a friend that used to always say, he's battling, and I'm praying for him. He's battling some things and some issues with worldly things and trying to overcome some habits. And he would always say, well, when the Lord get ready for him to do this and that, and he'll do it. No, that's not the way it happened, people. Now the Lord is going to have to get ready. You do. You have to make that decision yourself. God is not going to, when God get ready to make Ernest stop eating all the chocolate cake, God will do it. No. I thank God for Joyce Meyer. I'm crazy about Joyce Meyer. I always been crazy about Joyce Meyer and her ministry. Her teaching is so dynamic and practical, and you can really, it's just so down to earth. And Joyce is funny the way she tell things, and she's so effective. In other words, you can tell who God is with. You can just tell who God is with, because if God is with you, you're going to be effective, no doubt about it. Because the same gospel that'll make Annie shout will make Susie pout. So when you start getting folks upset, you can rest assured there are some things going on in the spirit world which is right. And like I said, I tell you, I'm Joyce Meyer, and among others, but I'm just right now I'm just speaking of Joyce Meyer because she teach for everyday living. But we always going about saying that thing. When God get ready for me to stop, he'll stop. No, that's not the way it works, people. And I'm going to give you the way it works. Right now, I'm going to give it to you. Let's go to the book of Romans, 12th chapter. We're going to read the first 2 verses. And this is where to read. It said, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And this is the key. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. We're going to stop right there. May God add a blessing to the readers, hearers, and doers of his holy word. And I did say the doers of his holy word. People, now we see here from what Paul talking to the church, Christians at the Roman church. We got to renew our mind. How did you do that? Well, I'm going to give you an example. Whatever we do repetitively becomes a habit. If you do it enough in a period of time, it'll become a habit. Matter of fact, Joyce Meyer was teaching that this morning, this Friday morning. This is May the 20th, and that's what she taught this morning. I watch at 8:30 a.m. And this is what she was teaching. What we do becomes a habit if we do it over a period of time, a certain length of time. Either what we do or don't do over a certain period of time, it'll become a habit. Well, people, when you renew your mind, see, I used to smoke cigarettes. I used to drink alcohol tremendously. What I had to do, I had to come to terms with myself. See, first of all, you can't do nothing without Christ. Get that through your head first. You can't do nothing, but you got to want to do it. You got to have a willing heart and mind. So when I was drinking, and I got to the point to where, okay, I had to stop this, but I couldn't stop myself. So what I did, I surrendered it. I wanted to do it, and I surrendered it to the master. And God did in one day what it takes. You can go to all the rehabs and the halfway house and all that stuff. That don't make you quit. But only a well made up mind. You got to renew it. Well, I mind you, God did it in one day. In one moment, God took it away. But now, people, what did I have to do after that, though? For a while, I could no longer go to the places that I used to go to when I was drinking. For a while, I had to stay away until I renewed the mind. See, I had to get up every day instead of thinking about with my drinking buddies. I had to put that thought with something else. Oh, yeah. And then after a period of time, I was able to go back and be a light to the same people that I used to drink with. I didn't stay away from them. I did for a little while till I got myself built up. But then I could go back and be a light. I went right back to the place that I used to drink, but I didn't take a drink. And people saw that. So therefore, I was a light. Did I do it? No. God did it, but I had to want it. Same way with smoking. God did the same thing for me by smoking. And I mean, I'm no special person. If he did it for me, do the same thing for you. But you got to want to do it. You got to renew your mind. When it came to smoking, I got tired of it. I wanted to breathe. So I decided I have to make a decision between breathing and smoking. So I chose breathing. I got tired of being out of breath. I couldn't walk to the curb to take the garbage can and come back without being out of breath. I got tired of that. And in 1 week of quitting, of not taking the cigarettes, I could immediately tell the difference in my body. And my breath and everything came back like it's supposed to be. So what are we saying? You got to renew your mind. That's Romans 12:2. If you never renew your mind, you will continue to be in bondage. Bondage is nothing but a bad habit. Replace that with a good one. That's what Joyce was teaching. And so that's what Mitty Man is saying today as his word for the day to all believers. If you are caught up in something that you don't like, whether it be smoking or drinking or whatever it might be, eating 12 or dozens of cookies a day or whatever you want to break, you can break it, but you got to want to do it. You got to want to do it, and then God will come in and do what you can't do. But see, he gave us free will, so he's not going to change. He's not going to just take stuff from us miraculously. Because if we are doing things by choice, he gave us that free will. And he gave us that freedom of choice. So if you want to die from smoking, go right ahead. Eventually, that's what'll happen. Drinking, you get bad health problems come from this stuff. You know, and if we don't have, those of us that drank and those of us that did smoke, and if we are not having issues with any health problem right now, we just thank God and count it a blessing because, you know, it was just the goodness of him that we didn't. As well as all other kind of things that you can get caught up in. All sin will eventually lead to death. The wages of sin is death. So we say, well, bro, Mitty Man, drinking is not a sin. No, I didn't say drinking was a sin. But it said in the Proverbs, it said, man that be deceived by strong drink is not wise. So now, you be the judge of it. Yeah, I know the Bible said drunkenness. I mean, a lot of people make cases of it. But Paul said, everything is permissible, but not all things are expedient. In other words, just because of the fact that I got liberty in Christ to do whatever I will, that don't mean everything is convenient. I shouldn't do them. It's not going to do you any good. What good is it going to yield? So Apostle Paul said that we should not get ourselves entangled with the world and with the things that put us in bondage. So therefore, if smoking going to put me in bondage, I don't need to smoke. If drinking going to put me in bondage, I don't need to drink. Whatever going to put me enslaved and entangle and enslave me, I don't need to do it, whatsoever it might be, and neither do you. But like I say, Mitty Man is not saying that you got to be that self-righteous thing. No. It's only Christ is the one doing the work through you. But you got to want to. And the only way you're going to change, people, the only way Mitty Man is going to change the stuff that he's doing, you got to renew your mind. Unless you renew your mind, you're never going to have total victory in any area of your life until you renew your mind to whatever that is that you're doing. Whether it's lying or whatever it might be, whatever you falling short. Because like I say, you know where you are falling short at. I don't know where you're falling short, but you do. So whatever it is, you have to make a quality decision that, okay, look, I'm going to change. I'm going to stop this. I'm tired of this. And then once you get tired of something, you give it to God. Just like that, he'll move it. I know, cause he did it for me. And he's not a respecter person. If he did it for me, he'll do the same for you. So with that being said, today, whatever it is that we might be hindering us from trying to do our best, let's make certain that we don't make idols out of nothing. But whatever it is you're doing, whether it's music production or digging a ditch, let's do it all for the glory of God. And then make certain that we're doing it with him in mind. And yes, people, let's be a witness now. Let's be a witness. Let me tell you something, people. Whether you believe it or not, you are witnessing every day. You may not realize it, but you are witnessing every day. Whether it be good or bad, you still witnessing. People watching you. People are watching us. With us, some of us on the microscope, especially those that teach. You up on the microscope because people waiting for you to do something wrong, so they can, give an occasion to accuse you. You know they did that to Jesus too. But what I'm saying, don't let it be true. That's all I'm saying. With that being said, this is Admitted Man saying peace and goodbye.